was not on the right side of the path. He was on the other side. He preferred to be on the side of Pharaoh and the non-believers. And when Moses talked to him, he started with, don't forget the hereafter. But when he continued, he said to them, he said to him, use what you have to get to the hereafter. But don't forget this life, this dunya. So, giving up all worldly joys and all worldly rejoices is not, what Islam demands of you. Yes, it's an option, but it's not a demand that you have to do. And it's not something recommended for the Muslim collective to abandon this life and stick to the Quran all the days, reading it. If you read the Quran all the days, who will collect the garbage? Who will produce electricity? Who will, direct and steer up things and, defend the Muslim cities and so on. So there is so much that has to be done. Sticking to reading Quran and praying and making supplication and so on is very good. It's recommended. But some of it is obligations. That's correct. But there are other obligations as well. So if we go back to the topic of following inspiration, following divine inspiration, which is in this case Quran, but we will prove it later on, gives you some benefits and helps you avoiding some of the problems, some of the complications human beings are facing today due to shortcomings. Thinking that we can think about everything, which in fact is erroneous. This is not the case. You can't think about everything. You have feelings. But what are feelings? What's the substance of feelings? Atoms? Or what? So in order to avoid conflicts due to the equality, all of us are equal. None of us is better than the other. Only the Supreme Creator is higher than us. That means that true equality among human beings can only be achieved when divine inspiration is ruling among them. Because in this case, none is better than the other. In this case, you don't have immunity, parliamentarian immunity, or so-called diplomatic immunity. A person killing people or, plundering the wealth of a people, and yet he can't be trialed. Why? Because he's immune. This is not Islam. This is the law of the jungle. But before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, before the Creator, all of us are equals. And to achieve this equality, you have to implement His inspiration, His divine revelation to you. So the question of necessity, yes, we have to have divine revelation in order to live and enjoy our lives. Not only this life, but even the hereafter. That was the first question. The second question, which is Quran. What is Quran? Now you're telling me that we have to stick to the law of God, and that's very good. But what's Quran? Or a question even before that. Why Quran? There is Bible, Veda books, Mormon books, and so on. Why just Quran? Are you biased? Is it just because you're Muslim, you think only of Quran and it's the guidance for humanity and so on? No, it's not biased. So how can we answer this question? Why do you think only of Quran as a solution to human beings? Why can't you think of both Quran, Bible, Vedas, Mormon book, and so on? That all of them are lead to God. Always lead to Rome, as they say. Well, we have to have an answer. I mean, if you're asked this question, you can't say, well, because Quran is true. Yes, Quran is true, but how do you prove it? And even if you prove that Quran is true, how do you, prove that the others are not true? And this is not as difficult as it seems. I don't have to read all the other books. I don't have to be, an expert on all existing and coming religions in the future, because religions, they show up from time to time. In Egypt, which is a very great Islamic country, you find people who claim to be. I saw, a matter of fact, I found it on YouTube. One guy was claiming that he was God himself. So we're not talking about new religion, we're talking about the new God, even. So the question of why do you stick to Islam? Every time you Muslims speak about something good, something beautiful, Islam. Why Islam? Why not anything else? Or why not all of them? And if we say that we have two persons, Mr. A and Mr. B. And Mr. A, he makes two claims. I am telling the truth. Number one. Number two, Mr. B is a liar. If we go to Mr. B and ask him, he gives us the same claims. I am telling the truth. Mr. A is a liar. Can we believe both of them? Because if you believe both of them, they are accusing each other of lying. So you can't believe each of them. Either one of them, or maybe both of them are liars. That's one thing. When we apply this case, and even if you have Mr. C and D and so on, it's the same. Either one is telling the truth, or all of them are lying. And when you apply this on religions, you see that there is not a single religion today that says, I am the truth saying here, but all of them are telling the truth as well. Or this religion, or those religions are telling the truth and those are not. Each and every religion, each and every idea, each and every ideology claims that it's the right one. Follow me and you will have the best of lives. Follow me and you will enjoy your lives. But if you follow the others, it's hell, it's Jahannam, or whatsoever. And, well, that leads us to the conclusion that if I prove that the Quran, Islam, is correct, that the Quran is miraculous, it's inspired by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that means that I don't have to continue looking for the, 40, 50 other religions existing today. I don't have to do that. If I fail with proving the miraculousity of Quran, then yes, I have to continue the search, because my search is not done, or it's not finalized. So we are done with that part. Why Quran? Yes, well, because you have so many religions and all of them are claiming that they are the truth, but it's only one of them that can be the truth. That's one point. The other point is that just claiming, yes, all religions, all ideologies claim that they are the truth. But the claim itself